Today I'm going to be dispelling some more of the myths that the pro-gun control zealots like to throw out there. And I find it hilarious that they would call themselves gun control activists because they don't know anything about guns. Take Dianne Feinstein and her little display in front of Congress, finger on the trigger, flagging half the room with an AR-15. Talking about sticking her finger in bullet holes and having, bullets imploding. My head almost exploded. I hate stupid people. Stupid people breed the problems with guns, or the stupid people. Today I'll be dealing with assault weapons, and I'm only going to cover 3 of the myths. They put a lot out there, but I'm only going to deal with the 3 I've most recently had to deal with. Last night I was watching some videos on YouTube, which almost made my head explode, because some of the comments, So I'm going to deal with 3. 1, civilians don't need assault weapons. 2, assault weapons are the weapon of choice of mass shooters. And 3, semi-automatic military-style weapons can be converted to automatic too easily. These are the claims I hear. My head nearly explodes. So before I get into this, let me give you my background. I'm retired military, 23 years. Infantry, which weapons and tactics are all we did. That was our job. Find, fix, and destroy the enemy with assault weapons. So I kind of consider, and I'm a certified gunsmith. So I'm kind of, I consider myself a kind of the subject matter expert on assault weapons, real assault weapons. So I'm going to deal with the 3rd one first, because that's the most easy. That's the easiest one to dispel. Doesn't take much. They say you can convert a semi-automatic military-style weapon easily into an automatic weapon. So let me describe the easy part here. First, you have to have a lathe, and it has to be computer operated. So you have to know how to use CAD or a similar system. You have to be able to read calipers and micrometers, and basically you have to be a master gunsmith, because by law ATF states that the receivers have to be milled in a way that they cannot be converted to automatic. An AR-15, and I've heard idiots, sheer idiots, well, if you file the sear, it'll fire automatic. For a short amount of time, until you've destroyed your bolt, the receiver, and the sear. Then you can drop it off to that master gunsmith, and he can fix the fact that you're a retard. Let me define an assault weapon, a true assault weapon. First, it fires an intermediate round, i.e. the 5.56 or the 7.62 by 39. Now let's take a comparison. 7.62 by 39, which is used by the AK-47 and the SKS. Mind you, the SKS is not considered an assault weapon because it doesn't have that infamous pistol grip. A 7.62 by 51 is used in the M14, which is not considered an assault weapon. But the 7.62 by 39, which is used by the AK-47, is not because of the round, but because it has a pistol grip. Sound logical to you? My 7.62 by 51 hunting rifle, which has a pistol grip, it's considered an assault rifle, would turn your spine into a fine pink mist. But a 7.62 by 39 won't. Okay? It fires an intermediate round. It's used by military and law enforcement. And I should note another myth is automatic weapons are banned. They are not banned in the United States. They are heavily regulated. You have to have a Class 3 license, have a tax stamp, and you better be prepared to pay a whole lot of money for an automatic weapon. Now the big one that makes an assault weapon, it has to have a select fire capability. It's either semi-automatic, it can fire automatic, or it can fire burst. That's an assault weapon. Not this semi-automatic. That's the equivalent of, I have a shotgun that fires semi-automatic, but it's not considered an assault weapon because it doesn't have a pistol grip or a collapsible stock. The next myth that they like to put out there, or they like to, throw out there, and they'll post it on every firearms site they can find. Civilians don't need assault weapons. Okay. A report by the United States Senate Subcommittee on the Constitution in 1982. In the Militia Act of 1792, the Second Congress defined militia of the United States to include almost every free adult male in the United States. These persons were obligated by law to possess a firearm and a minimum supply of ammunition and military equipment. The Supreme Court in U.S. v. Miller, the court stated that the militia comprised all males physically capable of acting in concert for the common defense. When called for service, these men were expected to appear bearing arms supplied by themselves and of the kind in common use at the time, and not in common use by civilians, in common use by the military. Title 10, United States Code, Article 311, Militia, Composition and Classes. The militia of the United States consists of all able-bodied males at least 17 years of age, and as provided in Section 313 of Title 32, under 45 years of age, who are or who have made a declaration of intention to become citizens of the United States, and of female citizens of the United States who are members of the National Guard. The classes of the militia are the unorganized militia, which consists of the National Guard and the Naval Militia, and the unorganized militia, which consists of the members of the militia who are not members of the National Guard or the Naval Militia. That means you, all of you, who are able. The system has been in place for over 240 years. It was instrumental in the American Revolution, in the War of 1812. A majority of the troops who fought in those campaigns were militia. They weren't paid until called for duty and were required to drill, not in an armory, but in their community. Every male reported for drill with their own weapon, their own equipment. And if they couldn't afford equipment, it was issued to them. Now, the Supreme Court has stated that we should be armed comparable to not only law enforcement, but also the military. Let's see what the Founding Fathers said about the Second Amendment, shall we? Let's look at what George Mason had to say about it, a co-author of the Second Amendment during Virginia's convention to ratify the Constitution in 1788. I ask you, sir, what is the militia? It is the whole people. To disarm the people is the best and most effectual way to enslave them. Let's see what Richard Henry Lee had to say, writing in Letters from the Federal Farmer to the Republic, Letter 18, May 1788. A militia, when properly formed, is in fact the people themselves. How about Zachariah Johnson? He wrote in Eliot's Debates, Volume 3, the debates in the several state conventions on the adoption of the federal Constitution. The people are not to be disarmed of their weapons. They are left in full possession of them. How about Samuel Adams, who was quoted in the Philadelphia Independent Gazetteer, August 28, 1789, propositions submitted to the convention of the state, and that the said Constitution can never be construed to authorize as Congress to infringe just liberty of the press or the rights of conscience, or to prevent the people of the United States who are peaceable citizens from keeping their own arms. How about the father of our country, George Washington, the first president of the United States? Firearms stand next in importance to the Constitution itself. They are the American people's liberty teeth and keystone under independence. From the hour the Pilgrims landed to the present day, events, occurrences, and tendencies prove that to ensure peace, security, and happiness, the rifle and pistol are equally indispensable. The very atmosphere of firearms anywhere restrains evil interference. They deserve a place of honor with all that's good. Thomas Paine. The supposed quietude of a good man allures the ruffian, while on the other hand arms, like laws, discourage and keep the invader and plunderer in awe, and preserve order in the world as property. The same balance would be preserved were the entire world destitute of arms, for all would be alike. But since some will not, others dare not lay them aside. Horrid mischief would ensue with a law-abiding deprived of the use of them. Richard Henry Lee, an American statesman in 1788. To preserve liberty, it is essential that the whole body of the people always possess arms, and be taught alike, especially when young, how to use them. Patrick Henry, an American patriot. The great object is that every man be armed, and everyone who is able may have a gun. Another Patrick Henry quote. Are we at last brought to such humiliating and debasing degradation that we cannot be trusted with arms for our defense? Where is the difference between having our arms in possession and under our direction and having them under the management of Congress? If our defense be the real object of having those arms, in whose hands can they be trusted with more propriety or equal safety to us, as in our own hands? Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. Those who hammer their guns into plowshares will plow for those who do not. Thomas Jefferson speaking to James Madison. What country can preserve its liberty if the rulers are not warned from time to time that their people preserve the spirit of resistance? Let them take arms. And one of my favorites. If you wish the sympathy of the broad masses, you must tell them the crudest and most stupid things. This year will go down in history. For the first time, a civilized nation has full gun registration. Our streets will be safer, our police more efficient, and the world will follow our lead into the future. Anybody tell me who said that? Who said those great words? No, besides Dianne Feinstein. Adolf Hitler, Chancellor of Germany, 1933. The next myth, and I've heard Piers Morgan say it like 100 times. Military-style weapons are the weapon of choice for mass shooters. I'm going to prove him wrong. With actual, I've studied mass shootings because I do a lot of writing on security and various other topics. So I take a seat. This is going to take a little bit. January 15th, 2013, Hazard Community and Technical College in Hazard, Kentucky. Casualties, 2. Unidentified semi-automatic pistol, gun-free zone. December 14th, 2012, Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut. Casualties, 26. Bushmaster semi-automatic rifle, .223 caliber, gun-free zone, and military-style rifle. December 11th, 2012, Clackamas Town Center, Oregon. Casualties, 2. AR-15 style rifle, .223 caliber, gun-free zone, and military-style rifle. October 21st, 2012, Azana Day Spa in Brookfield, Wisconsin. Casualties, 3. Unidentified semi-automatic handgun, .40 caliber. September 27th, 2012, Accent Signage Systems in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Casualties, 5. Glock semi-automatic pistol, 9mm caliber. August 5th, 2012, Sikh Temple in Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Casualties 6. Springfield XDM semi-automatic pistol, 9mm caliber, gun-free zone. July 20th, 2012, movie theater in Aurora, Colorado. Casualties 12. 2 Glock Model 22 semi-automatic pistols, 40 caliber. Smith & Wesson M&P 15 AR-15 style rifle, 223 caliber. And Remington Model 870 shotgun, 12 gauge, gun-free zone, and military style rifle. May 29th, 2012, Cafe Racer Espresso in Seattle, Washington. Casualties 5. Para Ordnance semi-automatic pistol, 45 caliber. April 6th, 2012, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Casualties 3. Weapons undetermined. April 2nd, 2012, Oikos University in Oakland, California. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but it's California. Who gives a crap? Casualties 7. Unidentified semi-automatic pistol, 45 caliber, gun-free zone. February 27, 2012, Chardon High School in Chardon, Ohio. Casualties 3. Ruger Mark III semi-automatic handgun, 22 caliber, and knife, gun-free zone. October 14th, 2011, Salon Meritage in Seal Beach, California. Casualties 8. Springfield Arms semi-automatic pistol, 9mm caliber. Heckler & Koch semi-automatic pistol, 9mm caliber. And Smith & Wesson semi-automatic pistol, 44 Magnum caliber. September 6th, 2011, IHOP Restaurant, Carson City, Nevada. Casualties 5. AK-47 variant semi-automatic rifle, 7.62 by 39 caliber, military style rifle. July 7th, 2011, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Casualties 7. Glock semi-automatic pistol, 9mm caliber. May 10th, 2011, San Jose State University in San Jose, California. Casualties 3. Weapons undetermined, gun-free zone. January 8th, 2011, Safeway Market in Tucson, Arizona. Casualties 6. Glock semi-automatic pistol, 9mm caliber. January 5th, 2011, Millard South High School in Omaha, Nebraska. Casualties 2. Glock pistol, 40 caliber, gun-free zone. August 3rd, 2010, Hartford Beer Distributor in Manchester, Connecticut. Casualties 9. 2 Ruger SR9 semi-automatic pistols, 9mm caliber. February 12th, 2010, University of Alabama in Huntsville, Alabama. Casualties 3. Unidentified 9mm handgun, gun-free zone. November 5th, 2009, Fort Hood Army Base in Texas. Casualties 13. FN 57 semi-automatic pistol, 5.57mm caliber, equivalent of .223 caliber. And Smith & Wesson revolver pistol, 357 Magnum caliber, gun-free zone. April 3rd, 2009, Immigration Center, Binghamton, New York. Casualties 13. Beretta 92 FS Vertex semi-automatic pistol, 9mm caliber, and Beretta P4 semi-automatic pistol, 45 caliber, gun-free zone. March 29th, 2009, Pine Lake Health and Rehab Nursing Home in Carthage, North Carolina. Casualties 8. Unidentified revolver pistol, 357 Magnum caliber, unidentified semi-automatic pistol, 22 Magnum caliber, and Winchester 1300 shotgun, 12 gauge, gun-free zone. March 24th, 2009, private townhouse in Santa Clara, California. Casualties 6. 2 unidentified semi-automatic handguns, 45 caliber. December 24th, 2008, private home in Corvina, California. Casualties 9. 4 unidentified semi-automatic handguns, 9mm caliber, and a flamethrower. September 2nd, 2008, Silver Creek Drive and nearby streets in Alger, Washington. Casualties 6 weapons unidentified. June 25th, 2008, Atlantis Plastics in Henderson, Kentucky. Casualties 5. High Point 45 ACP pistol, 45 caliber. February 14th, 2008, Northern Illinois University in DeKalb, Illinois. Casualties 6. Glock Model 19 semi-automatic pistol, 9mm caliber. Curse Sig Sauer P232 semi-automatic pistol, 9mm caliber. And High Point CF 380 caliber, gun-free zone. February 8th, 2008, Louisiana Technical College in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Casualties 2. .357 revolver, gun-free zone. February 7, 2008, City Hall in Kirkwood, Missouri. Casualties, 6. Smith & Wesson Model 29 revolver pistol, .44 Magnum caliber, and Smith & Wesson semi-automatic pistol, .40 caliber, gun-free zone. February 2, 2008, Brookside Marketplace Shopping Center in Chicago, Illinois. Casualties, 5. Glock semi-automatic pistol, .40 caliber, gun-free zone. December 24, 2007, Private Home, Incarnation, Washington. Casualties, 6. Weapon undetermined. December 9, 2007, Youth with a Mission Center in Arvada, Colorado, and New Life Church in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Casualties, 4. Bushmaster XM15 semi-automatic rifle, .223 caliber, Beretta handgun, .40 caliber, and Springfield Armory pistol, 9mm caliber, gun-free zone, and military-style rifle. December 5, 2007, West Roads Mall in Omaha, Nebraska. Casualties, 9. AK-47 semi-automatic rifle, 7.62 by 39 caliber, military-style rifle. August 4, 2007, Delaware State University in Dover, Delaware. Casualties, 3. Weapon undetermined, gun-free zone. April 16, 2007, Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University, known as Virginia Tech, in Blacksburg, Virginia. Casualties, 32. Walther P22 semi-automatic pistol, .22 caliber, and a Glock Model 19 semi-automatic pistol, 9mm caliber, gun-free zone. February 12, 2007, Trolley Square Mall in Salt Lake City, Utah. Casualties, 5. Mossberg Maverick 88 field shotgun, 12 gauge, and a Smith & Wesson M36 revolver pistol, .38 caliber. October 2, 2006, Amish Schoolhouse in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Casualties, 5. Springfield XD semi-automatic pistol, 9mm caliber, Browning BPS pump-action shotgun, 12 gauge, and Ruger M77 bolt-action rifle, .30-06 caliber, gun-free zone. March 25, 2006, Capitol Hill in Seattle, Washington. Casualties, 7. Winchester 1300 Defender shotgun, 12 gauge, and Ruger P944 semi-automatic pistol, .40 caliber, gun-free zone. March 21, 2005, Red Lake Senior High School in Red Lake, Minnesota. Casualties, 9. Winchester 1300 Defender shotgun, 12 gauge, and Ruger P944 semi-automatic pistol, .40 caliber, gun-free zone. March 12, 2005, Sheraton Hotel in Brookfield, Wisconsin. Casualties, 9. Beretta 92 FS semi-automatic pistol, 9mm caliber. November 21, 2004, hunting trip in Birchwood, Wisconsin. Casualty, 6. Sega rifle, 7.62 by 39 caliber. September 24, 2003, Rocori High School in Cold Springs, Minnesota. Casualties, 2. Unidentified pistol, .22 caliber, gun-free zone. August 27, 2003, Windy City's Core Supply Warehouse in Chicago, Illinois. Casualties, 6. Walther semi-automatic pistol, .380 caliber, gun-free zone. July 8, 2003, Lockheed Martin plant in Meriden, Mississippi. Casualties, 7. Winchester 1200 shotgun, 12 gauge, and Ruger Mini 14 semi-automatic rifle, .223 caliber. March 5, 2001, Santana High School in Santee, California. Casualties, 2. Arminius revolver, .22 caliber, gun-free zone. December 26, 2000, Edgewood Technology in Wakefield, Massachusetts. Casualties, 7. AK-47 style semi-automatic rifle, 7.62 by 39 caliber, Winchester 1300 shotgun, 12 gauge, and Redolais semi-automatic pistol, .32 caliber, gun-free zone, military-style rifle. September 15, 1999, Wedgwood Baptist Church in Fort Worth, Texas. Casualties, 7. Ruger P85 semi-automatic pistol, 9mm caliber, and AMT backup semi-automatic pistol, .380 caliber, gun-free zone. July 29, 1999, Momentum Securities and Alltech Investment Group in Atlanta, Georgia. Casualties, 12. Colt 1911A1 semi-automatic pistol, .45 caliber, Glock Model 17 semi-automatic pistol, 9mm caliber, H&R revolver pistol, .22 caliber, and Raven MP25 semi-automatic pistol, .25 caliber. April 20th, 1999, Columbine High School in Littleton, Colorado. Casualties, 13. Savage Springfield 67H pump-action shotgun, 12 gauge, High Point 995 carbine, 9mm caliber. Pipe bomb. Intratec Tech 9 semi-automatic handgun, 9mm caliber. And Stevens 311D double-barreled sawed-off shotgun, 12-gauge gun-free zone. To establish the criteria for military-style weapons, I determined that by using the 1994 ban criteria. Out of 49 mass shootings, 7 were carried out with military-style weapons. 42 were carried out with handguns, shotguns, hunting rifles, and 1 flamethrower. 29 were carried out in gun-free zones. Another lie shot down. Remember this quote: if you wish the sympathy of the broad masses, you must tell them the crudest and most stupid thing.